Riya J is a young lady from Gary, Indiana. Very small city, less than 100,000 people. But I'm just a tomboy who grew up playing the drums in church, playing soccer in elementary school, playing basketball in middle and high school. And I wanted to pursue music. That's one thing that stuck and it would not go away. And I've learned to appreciate music from listening to gospel with Aretha Franklin, Mahalia Jackson, Marvin Gaye, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. I have this archive of artists that I just appreciate, giving me inspiration to be an artist and make and develop my own sound. In Maryville, that's right up the street. And I was like, I was looking up to the one in Cherville. And so when we reached out, my mom spoke to me, I love Denise. I was like, well, come in, can we make it happen? And he said, yes, and I just started jumping up and down.
Creating Dear R&B is very personal to me because it's not only my letter to all of my old school artists in R&B music, it's for my generation as well.
This is my cousin Connie and Kareem right here in Cherville and Schuster. They have really shown us a great time, and I appreciate you guys' generosity. They even fed us, y'all.
And we appreciate the fact that you're a customer, and you've been a customer for a very long time.
Very long time, since 99 cent Kingsville. You know, that was a long time ago.
That was definitely a long time ago.
Where's Denise? Denise gotta get on camera. My Auntie Denise. Auntie Denise. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you so much. And this is the owner. Come see her. Come
Come to our
support.
establishment.
Yeah, come to the establishment. I'm talking so fast, but this has been a great experience, and I'm glad that my first shoot was here.
Thank you.
You know,
We appreciate it.
Yes, and I appreciate you. We were on time. They were on time, and everything was running smooth.
Yes, so enjoy my food.
Come on, Anthony. Get back.
Enjoy your food. Yes.
Okay, for all my people in Northwest Indiana, Maryville, Gary, Cherville, Griffith, whatever. We have a lot of shoots right here in Cherville on US 30. They have the best customer service. They're the sweetest spirits on earth, and the food is good, hot, and fresh, because we about to eat some right now, right?
I want you to cheek your eyes halfway back. So now that means there's just a little right there. Bring your eyes back. Right there.
What I do?
All right, you're good now.
Okay.
The reason why I want you to cheek your eyes back is because when you look away, there's too much white on one side of your eyes.
Oh, you're right.
You want to get a little white on both sides of your
Gotcha,
eyes.
okay.
So you gotta cheek and like you're halfway back.
Okay.
You get that without looking cross-eyed and crazy.
Or you want something?
Shooting this documentary for this particular project has been an all-around awesome experience. From shooting at my favorite burger joint, Shoop's Hamburgers, to coming to Chicago, which is only 20 minutes away from Gary, and being in the big city with the hustle and bustle, and then coming to the barbershop. The barbershop, I've been going since I was 14 years old, getting my eyebrows arched, to the point I found myself looking forward to being in there, because that's just a place where you can kick it and it's no hard feelings with jokes being made, whether they're ragging on me if I'm the youngest person in there, or I have an outfit on that just didn't match real well, or whatever it is. It's all fun and love. And the barbershop is just where you can keep it real.
I'm loyal to get your husband.
I'm not lying.
That's you single up.
I don't want to be single. I want somebody to come home to me, and I come home.
I come to your house?
No, I want our mail to come at the same house. I want you to be able to fix the car or change the order.
I have to be able to come over.
Do they still have the hot dogs in the village?
Yep. That's the only thing keeping the village open. It's the hot dog
Keeping the
stand.
village open is the hot dogs. Everybody got a post
Hot
office
dog
for
is paying the whole village rent. Yeah. That's crazy. You got a hot dog stand paying the rent for the whole mall.
This small, big city has some of the most talented, most genuine, humble people I've ever encountered in my whole life. And when I want people to know about who is Riya J, I wanted them to know about where I came from and the stock that's made in me. And coming back to Gary and filming some of my favorite places to go, whether it's the ice cream business and the neighborhood shrimp huts, or just being around cool people, because you never meet a stranger in Gary. Whether you're slapping five for the first time just by having good conversation. Being in Chicago on the train, I wanted to take the train because when I'm in transit moving around, I find myself getting inspiration from a stranger or a phrase that I hear during a conversation, or looking out the window and just taking in the scenery and watching other people on the train and other people walking around in the city. And with that fast-paced move of life, Chicago is just, to me, one of the greatest cities because I've always been able to get to it quick with it only being right next door, 20 minutes away. So I had a ball, talking to people during the time that I was having my photo shoot, whether it was in Millennium Station and I had, people dancing in front of me trying to show me their talent, or just talking to the young and the youth, slapping them fives or letting them know what I was doing, and them supporting my project, and acting silly myself, from waiting on the train to making jokes and what I do because it was this hot. It was just all around fun, and I was surrounded by love, and being with my god sister Tiffany, who has been one of my biggest supporters and advocates since I was a child, since I was a baby. So to come from being this small little kid, coming up the stairs, tripping over her own ankles, to coming into my own womanhood and becoming an adult, and still she's right there by my side, is a blessing in itself, and I will always be grateful to her.
VIP live footage. Gary, Indiana, don't forget it. Some of the obstacles for me coming up in music was placement and being accepted as far as being a preacher's kid and then doing secular music as R&B. Being in the right place at the right time as far as a young female artist. You're not always accepted in a male-dominated industry, but faith and favor is what has kept me. The Lord has placed me where I was supposed to be when I was supposed to be there, and I've came into contact with some of the most profound artists, producers, PR, media, to help me get to where I need to be, and it's all because of faith and favor. We used to sit right here, right over here, and our dads would be up there, and it really makes me emotional because we're adults now, but when I come in this church, I turn into that little kid like this.
Oh yeah.
I see the Candyman up there and the Tony on the organ. It's surreal.
Yeah, it's surreal, with a lot of stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
know, but we thank God that God still got us here.
Yes, he does.
And, you know, he had a couple reality checks, and you know, there's some people that I miss seeing. You know,
Lord.
and we had some funerals. I'm like, wow. Miss Johnson next door passed away. All that stuff, and you know, it's just some surreal moments we've been having. But you know, like I say, we proud of you up here.
Thank you. I'm proud that y'all proud of me. It makes me push harder, especially coming to the church. Like the drums used to be up there.
Yeah.
And I used to be in the choir stand, and I'm like, I want to play the drums, but I was a girl, so nobody took me serious. And who became the drummer? Rev over here became the drummer. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play the drums one day. Somebody gonna teach me, but nobody would teach me. And they used to be right up there, and they used to get out the drums, get out the drums. But I learned by myself, and I ended up being the church drummer at the age of 9 to the age of 18. So
I remember.
Yeah, so you gotta stay persistent. When they tell you no, they close the door, go through the window.
It's amazing now that you know, after all these years that we still was close.
Yes.
You know, we still call each other. Like she just hit me up out of nowhere, you know, just you know, we still follow each other. You know, with your dad pastoring and with my dad pastoring and anything. I remember your dad told us, I think the last time he was here, he was just telling us how proud he was, you know, what my dad has done, and how he just took, you know, the church and he was just, you know, just really proud of him. And I know my dad appreciated that. And I think your dad preached this final sermon right here in this church.
He did. He did. He did.
Preached this final sermon in this church, and sometimes things come in full circle.
That's right.
And I'll never forget. And he called my father, and I was right down the driveway. He called my father, and he let him know, you know, what was going on, what his final wishes was, and be able to bring everything full circle. And I know that was big for him, big for your family.
Yes. We gotta put Gary back on the map. This is home. So, like you said, all my Gary natives, this is gonna be shown worldwide.
Yeah.
But I want my Gary people, because I'm gonna come home. I encourage you, if you're successful, come on home and share your story, tell your testimony, and let people know it's some talent in this city. And it's not going anywhere. Come on back home. All right, that's it. I can't hug you more, you know, so many. I just wanna. You gotta tell people you love them while they're here.
Oh, yeah,
and I love you. This is, I just, your whole family, the Coble family, Reverend Coble, Sister Coble, Maurice, everybody. Y'all my peeps. Y'all my family.
Always.
Maryville High School, I graduated class of 2007, and I performed for the very first time my sophomore year in a review, which is our talent show. And I was nervous as all get out. I didn't know if I would be accepted by my peers. I didn't know if they would embrace the talent that I was trying to exude on stage for the very first time. It was surreal for me to go back and walk down the Reinhardt Stadium stairs to look and sit on the stage where my classmates and my peers actually embraced me, and they told me, "Right, you got a CD? You sing and don't sing nobody else's stuff. Do your own stuff. We want to hear some originals." And that gave me that push. So the very next year, I performed my own music, and they high-fived me. They said, "This is it. This is what you need to do." To the point where I was voted most likely to be famous for my senior class choice awards. So that right there gave me the green light. Like, if your people like you and your peers, and they don't throw tomatoes at you on the stage, then you got a little something and pursue it.
Being back at Maryville High School made me realize this is actually where I first became, so to speak, Riya J, the performer. I actually performed for the very first time at my high school as a sophomore in our talent show, The Review. And coming back to Maryville and walking the hallways, and my favorite hallway, which was the A hallway, because English was my favorite subject out of any subject outside of coming back home. I loved to write. That was my form of expression. Seeing Mrs. Soolidge, I was totally elated because I hadn't seen her since probably a year before I came back to shoot this documentary.
I tried, but I had a lot of
Riya J, download her music.
So this is whoever had this locker, I bless it right now with talent, good things, and all types of whatever you want to do in life, you'll succeed. Whoever have ABO 12, that used to be Riya J locker. This is where the library was, the cafeteria was right there. Still is, okay. It feels good to be back in school, but not in class, but it's, in the vicinity.
She used to help out with special needs students. Like I said, academically, she was in the top half of her class. Maybe not at the very top.
No.
But talent-wise and involvement, she was there.
Great.
And I think something really important to remember is just the care and concern that she's always had for other people. Comes from a real strong family.
Right.
Has always just been there for everybody, so.
And she still is.
Yeah. So this hallway leads us down to the performing arts area, where she liked to spend a lot of her time. We're gonna go to the auditorium where she participated in the reviews and got on stage in front of her peers, and where they first decided that she would be most famous.
Most likely to be famous.
Most likely to
Thank
be
you,
famous.
class of 07. Thank you so much. Y'all could have gave that title to anybody else. You gave it to me. Okay, so this is my high school auditorium. This is the Reinhardt Auditorium. This is the name of it, and this is where I perform for the very first time for my peers for our talent show called The Review. So 230 people max, but it felt like I was performing for 230,000 people, because you got people on the right, people in the center, everyone's screaming your name. You have people waiting to see if you gonna kill it or if you gonna kill it. So I was excited to perform for my class, and I was nervous at the same time. And this is the stage right here, right behind you. This stage right here. Thank you so much. Let me give you a hug, because it can make you or break you. But I ended up, it didn't break me, and I ended up getting a lot of confidence and a lot of good feedback, and singing my own music and performing other artists' music as well, with the lip sync contest and with the review talent show. And one year I did Killing Me Softly, but the next year, after they knew I could sing, I came back and I did my own material, and they liked it. I would perform on this stage again. Riya J, everybody gonna know my name. Right here, and this all started right here on this stage, so God is really good. This is when you got in trouble. The student services. This is what principals and all they were at. I wasn't in there.
There's no Candace, she's assistant principal here.
Oh, you can come on. Student services. And I used to run passes when I was a teacher's aide and Miss Susan's aide, and we would go in student services and we would have to go get the passes for the kids who got in trouble to bring them over here. But I wasn't one of them. I would just go get you. But I wasn't the student. I wasn't one of them. But student service, you didn't want to go to student service.
Another thing that we do to keep the kids interested in post-secondary education or having a plan is every teacher has the banner to where they went to college with their name on it above their classroom door. So as you walk through the halls, everybody has one, just to keep them in the mind frame of this isn't it.
Right.
And we always preach success is the only option. So we're gonna do our best to not let you fail.
Ms. Foolish, thank you for allowing us to walk to school, to sit down and speak with you candidly, and just go back down memory lane. And I just can't explain how awesome she is. And she said she's been here 26 years. That's 2 years short of how long I've been on this earth. So she really loves her students, and I love her, and just give me some love. I love you so much.
I would do it all over again.
Yeah,
thank you
so
for
much.
staying in touch with me and keeping me posted on your status.
And
Good luck to you.
Smells so good. Whatever she got in here, give me some. Rub it on me. Oh, it smells so good. I love smell good people. When you smell good, you take care of yourself. And as soon as take care of herself. I have a lot of inspirations. Whitney Houston is one of my favorites as a child. That's all my mother played. The Waiting to Exhale soundtrack with Babyface really made me want to write, because he's one of the most prominent writers in the business. Donny Hathaway is one of my favorite voices. He has a very distinct sound, and he comes from a place where he makes you want to just cry and kiss him at the same time. Marvin Gaye, one of my biggest inspirations as far as emotion. He brought out current events, he brought out love, he brought out just feel-good music. Be your own dopeness is one thing I tell myself. I have a quote above my bed that I wake up to and go to bed to every night that says, be you. No one on this earth is made like you, and that's dope. Don't try to imitate someone else. Don't try to be like, oh, they say you gotta be like this, or she dresses like that, or he does it like that. You are your own uniqueness, and that's dope all alone. Be yourself, be you. Dear R&B is my letter and how I felt passionate about the genre. So a lot of my inspiration is when I want to write, I go someplace where I'm in transit, whether I'm in my car or I'm on the subway or I'm on the bus or I'm on a plane. I have to keep moving because I see different people from all walks of life, and it inspires me to write a song or write a few bars for a hook. And I have to just keep moving, and I have to be someplace around people because that's where the story is, visually. And I just take it with my pen and I'll make it turn into lyrics. And the other thing, when I'm in my place of peace at home in the bathroom, whether I'm brushing my teeth or I'm fixing my hair or I'm combing down, flat ironing my hair, a song will come to me like that, and I will stop what I'm doing and hurry up and go write it down. But it's the bathroom. For some reason, I get a lot of my inspiration there. The shoot where I wanted to do in Chicago was 20 minutes away from Gary. And it's a lot of hustle and bustle, and it's a lot of different diverse looks in Chicago. And I wanted to be someplace where people are in transit. What's more hustle and bustle than the train station? Because that's how people get to work. That's how people go to school. That's how people go around for tourism. So that's how I wanted to do the shoot for that look. I have to thank certain people for planting a seed in me for this project for Dear R&B. It was not a very easy task to make it happen, but the Lord, again, faith and favor, put people and placed them in my life to help me with this project, and I'm extremely, eternally grateful to them. And I have to say, Tanasha Anders, DeAndre Charles, Shannon and Antoine Carter, Tiffany Reddy, Greg Gray, Markia Jenkins, Bodies on the Board, Uncle Willie Hazelette, Corey Chancellor, Shanika Holmes, Darlene Jenkins. Thank you. This wouldn't have happened without you. And Jerusalem Missionary Baptist Church, I thank you. Pastor Reverend Culver, I thank you. And I will not stop, I promise you. If you believe in me, that's all I need. Miami.
Pablo Escobar, not El Chapo.
Yes, mile on and mile on the back. When Gary, Indiana, everybody knows when they come home, they come get some crunch. And I wanted to come to my hometown and show everybody what crunch is. They don't have that in LA. They don't have it in Atlanta or New York. I'm sorry. Hey, this is crunch, y'all. You see how pretty it is? Look how nice it is. It got sprinkles and crunch candies and peanuts and all types of stuff. This is what crunch is. Very attractive. Now I'm about to go in the car and I'm gonna tear it up. Now I got my ice cream and I got my Rays. So when I come to Gary, I'm gonna get my ice cream and my crunch. I'm gonna get my Rays. Y'all say, okay, we at All Stars Barbershop here in Gary, Indiana on 49th and Broadway. And this is my barber, Rodney. And Rodney, let them know how long we've been rocking.
Man, I've been rocking with you for so long, they don't even call me Rodney no more. My name is Wood.
Oh, his name is Wood. I said correctly.
No, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, I've been doing writing a long time. She was like 14, doing her sister eyebrows, and I'm honest.
And my mom.
Yep.
And my little sister.
Yep, little sister. I forgot about the little sister. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time. You know what I'm saying? I watch you grow from, you know what I'm saying, little artist to, doing your thing now. That's cool.
What's your favorite R&B song?
Right now?
Period. Back in the days up to right now, what's your favorite R&B
I
song?
don't know, man. I don't really listen to R&B, but
You don't listen to R&B? You don't listen to R&B?
But that Are You Listening?